time to get you in the know. A devastating flood situation in Hawaii. An unthinkable amount of rain has hit parts of the island state after back-to-back Kona lows produced quite the situation. Now, hundreds of people have had to be rescued. The governor of Hawaii estimating damage could be ringing in over $1 billion when all is said and done, and the cleanup and rescue efforts very much still underway. Take a look here at this ill-advised decision to advance into these incredibly high floodwaters as Oahu really going through it right now. Let's bring in meteorologist Kevin MacKay. Now, Kevin, this is a devastating situation in Hawaii, and I know there are some Canadian implications as well with some of that moisture.
Yeah, there's been no shortage of rain on the west coast and in Hawaii so far this month, and it's not even over yet. Still more than a week to go to add to some of these totals, even though we don't really want to. First, I want to look at some of the totals we saw during the heaviest week of rain from the 10th to the 16th, over 1,500 millimeters. Now, it's not evenly spread across the island, so even depends on which kind of side of each individual island you're on. Honolulu, more than 250 millimeters above normal, while on the Big Island, they're below normal. And this kind of is reminiscent of BC, where we often talk about the rain shadow effect and the lift by the North Shore Mountains. Well, they also get the lift on the volcanoes, so you can get the heavier rain on the leading side, and then you get a bit of a rain shadow depending on which way the wind is coming from, where the moisture is streaming from, and this is going to continue for the next, well, certainly for the next few days, and then we start to see a bit of a break. So the floodwaters will have a chance to recede, but moving forward, that main band of moisture will sway back and forth over Hawaii and will stretch all the way up to the coast of North America. So by the time it's all said and done, yeah, certainly, Matt, the worst is behind us, but some communities could reach about 800% of their normal monthly rainfall total for the month of March. And March is the wettest month for most communities in Hawaii.
Yeah, I mean, some of these rainfall totals you're highlighting earlier from just the duration of this event and now just how much above normal. Really unbelievable. Now, Kevin, we've also seen a lot of rain here in Canada for British Columbia. An atmospheric river in recent days brought some flooding as well. Granted, not as quite dramatic as what we've seen there in Hawaii, but still some very profound impacts. Also had some landslide risk, even a train derailment, and all kind of wrapped up in BC, southern areas. I saw quite a lot of rain. I'm hoping you can sort of recap that event and how much we saw.
Yeah, well, we had the atmospheric river, which doesn't always stem from Hawaii, but when it does, it's a Pineapple Express. And that was the same kind of source of moisture that was feeding those Kona lows. And that's why, yeah, we are a far cry from 1,500 millimeters, but over 300 millimeters for Coquitlam. And that's why we had our own struggles with the flooding. Now, this is all tied together, Matt, by the ridge over the U.S. Southwest, and that kind of helped steer that band of moisture. So they were dealing with their own records stateside in the south, but it certainly wasn't to do with any rainfall totals. It was all with the heat, even a national record for the warmest temperature recorded in March.